Today we're about a kilometre off the coast of Seaham, Whitburn area, revisiting the Oyster Reef that we put down in 2023. We're here to try and map the area, map where the Oyster Reef is lying on the seabed. It's had a little bit of movement in some storms, so we've just come to remap the area and try and find specifically where the oysters are.
54, 16.
We know where the cultures moved to within this area. We've mapped that previously with some video footage and drop-down video cameras. I'm pretty sure they will find the culture. It's just whether the oysters have drifted the same direction as the culture. There's 10,000 oysters there somewhere. We just need to find exactly where they are.
So this is the first location, location 3. So this is the first team's drop point, and there's 6 circles in total across the survey area.
The divers are down there right now at the first survey points, and it's quite tense for me. I feel slightly out of control, relying on them gathering the data on our behalf. Project Baseline, the divers I come from today. So I'm just on tender hooks up here, waiting for them to come back up and tell me what they found, basically.
Dead, but some alive. What? This is alive.
Oh my goodness! Yes! This one is alive. Maybe oysters inside. Could be, you know. It could also be other mollusks. On the final dive of the day, we actually did find some oysters, which was amazing, and I'm so happy to see that some of them are thriving there. They were alive, and the divers saw them filtering on the seabed, so that was great to hear. We only found a handful of oysters yesterday, so last night I remapped the area, and we don't think the oysters have travelled as far as the rest of the culture material, just because they're a little bit heavier. So we're going to move the search closer to the original oyster deposit area and hopefully find a lot more today. Yesterday's approach was to survey 4 100-metre circular areas and cover them off in short transects of 50 metres going north, east, south and west to try and get really good coverage of the area where we already knew the culture was lying. So yeah, it was kind of targeted points where we thought was the highest chance of finding oysters. And then in contrast today, we're going to do 1 long transect from the original oyster deposition box into some of the areas that we saw the oysters yesterday. And I think the divers might even bring some underwater scooters today to try and just cover more ground, which will be helpful. This is our first time using divers on this project to do our surveys, and it went really, really well. Project Baseline, they've done an amazing job, and yeah, it was very different for us from using usually remotely operated vehicles or drop-down video cameras, the kind of techniques that we usually use from a remote setting. So yeah, it was very different and really great for them to actually be able to touch the seabed and move some of the shells out of the way and really have a good rummage for the oysters, which is exactly what we needed this time. So couldn't have done it without them. 2 days culminated from 2 years of trying to relocate these oysters and get them remapped. So it's been a long time coming, and it feels really good to have some positive results to share for the project as well. We found a total of 10 oysters on the seabed today, quite close to where they were originally put as well, which is nice. They had only moved about 100 metres or so, and they showed some decent survival, so they've nearly been in. It'll be 2 years in September, so almost 2 years now, and some of them have survived that whole time, so that's great to show that the conditions there are okay for oysters. There was also some signs of some recruitment, which is really positive for the ongoing success of the site and other sites in the northeast as well.